All right, today we are diving into a system that can completely transform your financial life. And it all starts with what might be the single most important moment of your entire month, the exact second your paycheck hits your bank account.
See, you've got this tiny window of opportunity the second your paycheck lands, but it is incredibly short. We are talking about just 15 seconds. That's it. That's all the time you have before your brain kicks into a mode that, honestly, can sabotage your entire financial future. And that's the core problem, right? Your brain immediately starts doing the math on how much you can spend on new gadgets, on takeout, on that thing that's been sitting in your online shopping cart for weeks. Most people treat their paycheck like it's a surprise birthday gift that's meant to be spent, not the powerful wealth-building tool it actually is.
Okay, so how you actually avoid this payday trap? Well, first we've got to understand the psychology behind it, and then I'll show you exactly how to sidestep it completely. Just look at this. This slide shows the two paths you can take the moment that money arrives. Over on the left, you've got financial chaos. That's reacting to your new balance, which leads to impulse buys and just constant stress. But on the right, you have payday mastery, a pre-planned, automated system that puts you in total control.
So, to get on that path to mastery, you have to start with a brutally honest look at your spending. We call this the necessity audit. And you have to be ruthless about separating what you truly need to live from what you simply want.
And here's the rule of thumb you need to remember. If your true necessities, and I mean housing, basic food, essential transport, are eating up more than 60% of your take-home pay, something is fundamentally broken in your financial setup. I love this quote from the source material because it just perfectly illustrates how we fool ourselves. We label our luxuries as necessities just to feel better about our spending. That expensive car payment? It isn't a need, it's a choice. And it's a choice that is actively stopping you from building wealth.
Now look, this isn't just about one bad decision like a car payment. It's about a much bigger and frankly more dangerous pattern of behavior. So you have to ask yourself, are you a financial sleepwalker? This is someone who just kind of drifts through their financial life. You know, they know the rent gets paid somehow, Netflix renews itself, but beyond that, it's a complete fog. They're passive and dangerously unaware of where their money is actually going.
And the result of all this sleepwalking is what you could call financial Groundhog Day. It's that incredibly frustrating feeling of looking at your bank account month after month and seeing the same depressing number, just wondering why you can never seem to get ahead.
And this has real consequences. The average person living in the state is carrying around $9,000 in credit card debt. I mean, that is a massive anchor just weighing you down every single day.
Now you pair that debt with this number, an average interest rate of 22%, that's nothing short of financial cancer. You simply cannot build wealth while you are bleeding money to high-interest debt. It's just mathematically impossible.
The way you wake up from this is through a really profound identity shift. You have to stop being someone who just tries to save a little money here and there. You have to become a saver, a person whose identity is built around systematically, automatically putting money toward their future. And this shows you the tangible results of that identity shift. Reaching your first $10,000 in savings, that is a total game changer. It literally lowers your stress hormones. But hitting $20,000, that's even more powerful. That's walking away money, and it gives you the leverage to leave a bad job or negotiate for what you're really worth.
Okay, so that's the goal. But the crucial point is how you build this new identity. You don't do it with hope or willpower. Nope, you do it with a system that works for you, not against you.
This is the 15-second payday routine. It's 3 non-negotiable steps you take the second you get paid. First, if your employer offers a retirement match, you take it. Period. It is a guaranteed 100% return on your money. We're talking literally free money that you're just leaving on the table. Second, you build a $1,000 buffer. This little fund is what stops a flat tire from becoming a full-blown financial crisis. And third, you automate everything else. You pay your future self first, not with whatever scraps are left over at the end of the month.
And that automation part is absolutely key. Why? Because willpower is a finite resource. It's like a muscle that gets tired. By the end of a long week, you're exhausted, and that's when you make poor choices. A system doesn't get tired. Automation is the antidote to decision fatigue.
So what does this system actually look like in practice? Well, here are the tools. First up, the 24-hour rule. Let your paycheck sit for 1 day just to make sure it clears, and then let your automated transfers do all the work. This takes emotion completely out of the equation. Next, the 3-fund strategy. Instead of trying to pick winning stocks, you just automatically invest in simple, diversified index funds that own a tiny piece of the entire market. And finally, the Roth IRA cheat code. This is a type of retirement account where all of your investment growth is 100% tax-free. It is one of the most powerful wealth-building tools that exists.
Now that you have the tools for your automated system, let's talk about why it's so non-negotiable. Because the journey to building real wealth has one part that is brutally difficult. And this system is the only thing that's going to get you through it.
Getting from zero to your first $100,000 is a battle. As you can see, it can take almost 8 years of you pushing that boulder uphill all by yourself. But look what happens next. The second 100,000 comes in just 5 years. That tipping point happens because compound interest finally wakes up. See, in the beginning, your savings rate is doing all the work. But once you cross that $100,000 mark, your money starts working for you, doing more and more of the heavy lifting.
And this right here is really the core message of this entire explainer. Financial success isn't reserved for geniuses or stock market wizards. It's for people who have a simple, reliable system that works for them automatically, even while they're sleeping.
So this all leaves us with one final, critical question. The systems we've talked about today are actually pretty simple to set up. 10 years from now, you'll either be thanking yourself for starting today, or you'll be wishing you had. So who will you choose to be?